Hi everyone, my name is Laura. If you are new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. Thanks for clicking on this video. I am so excited for this video today. So I've compiled a list of all of my wish list plants and I've categorized them either as common or uncommon plants. So this is going to be a two-part video, where the first part, which is this part, is going to be about all of the common household plants that are on my wish list right now, and the second part is going to be all of the uncommon wish list plants that are on my wish list right now. And I just want to give a little caveat here at the beginning. These are plants that are common to me, common where I live. I am in the Midwest in the US, so plants that are common for me might not be common for you, and then on my next video, plants that are uncommon for me might not be uncommon for you. So just wanted to give that caveat before I begin. Another thing too, I'm super duper excited. So I just realized I can do picture in picture when I edit. I know, duh, but I just figured out how to do it and I'm so excited because I'll be able to insert pictures of all the plants that I'm talking about as I'm talking about them so that you can see what plants I'm looking at when I'm just like gawking over these gorgeous plants. So I'm going to be looking over here because this is where I have my computer and I am going to be pulling up all of the pictures of the plants so that I can talk about them. And then I'm thinking over here, I'm going to insert the pictures of the plants that I'm talking about so that you can see them too, so we can have this really fun plant experience together. Also, let me know what your common wish list plants are down below. Maybe you'll get a little inspiration from me or I'll get a little inspiration from you. Gotta learn from fellow plant friends. So let's get started on the first plant. So the first plant I have is the variegated green maranta. Holy cannoli, is this plant beautiful. Oh my gosh. I have a lemon lime maranta, a green maranta, and I've recently acquired a couple cuttings of like the red maranta, but I swear this plant is so beautiful with all of its like, it looks like it has like white and speckles and pink, and every leaf is different and every plant is different, and they're just so beautiful. Where can I get one of these plants? Where can I get one? I've seen them pop up here and there, and I've seen some people put them up for sale online here and there, but I have not like snagged one yet. Like, people always manage to get to them before me, but it's a beautiful plant. It's a beautiful plant. The next time I see one, I'm snagging it. I'm going to take it, and it's going to be my new plant baby because I am in love with this plant. The next plant on my list is the philodendron urubescens, I think that's how you say it, red emerald. I love this plant because it is such a fun contrast between the green leaves and the red stems, or petioles, or whatever you want to call them. I guess they're technically petioles, but anyway, I love, love, love the contrast between these two colors. I also love how big this plant gets. I really love plants that get really, really massive, really, really quick, and that grow really fast. So I've never had one of these, but I have heard that they are really quick growers, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to someday having one and watching it grow. Something that I really like about this plant is that you can stake it up like on a moss pole and it can just literally just grow out of control, and I love that so much. This is such a beautiful plant, and the shape of the leaves is beautiful. The next plant on my list is the dishidia ovata watermelon, or the watermelon dishidia. I adore this plant. So I don't own any dishidias right now, but I have heard that they're pretty similar to Hoyas, which I've found more or less easy to care for in my home environment. And I just love the veining on this plant. I love the shape of the leaves. They look so succulent and plump, and they get such beautiful sun stress. I've like become obsessed with sun stressed plants. Like, they just look so cool, and they have like some of that like dark green and light green and then some of that red. I love this plant. It is so, so neat. I feel like there aren't a ton of plants that look like this, and I love that it kind of vines or trails or does kind of whatever you want it to do. It's such a fun plant. So I'm really looking forward to snatching up one of these when I see one. This next plant is a super, super fun one. So it's a pinguicula, and I know there's a bunch of different types of pinguicula. It's also commonly known as a butterwort. It's a carnivorous plant, and I recently acquired like a little pot of them. I think I have 3 in my little pot, and I love them. They're so cool. So I love this plant because their leaves are like almost slimy. They have this like coating on them, and they're carnivorous, so they catch little bugs. I have mine right next to like where all of my plants are, so that if there are any bugs around, like fungus gnats for example, they'll get caught in the little plant, and it's so cool. They're literally just so cool. They're almost like succulent like, but their natural environment is more of like a bog, and so they're like succulents, but they like to be more moist than succulents. They're just so cool, and they flower. Crazy, right? They flower. I've heard mine hasn't flowered yet, so not speaking from experience, but I've heard that they flower super easily, and they have such fun flowers like yellows and pinks and whites and reds. And I just want to get like a million of these and put them all over my house. They're so stinking cool. So stinking cool. Up next on my list, I have the Spathiphyllum domino, or more commonly known as the domino peace lily. So this is a variegated peace lily, and it's more of that narrow form leafed peace lily. I think this plant is so beautiful. I love how speckled it is. Like the speckles almost make the leaves look kind of ruffled. And I have two different kinds of peace lilies. I just have the like normal narrow form and the normal kind of wide formed leaves. Leaved? They're really beautiful, and I found peace lilies super easy to care for as long as you understand their needs. I am in love with the variegation on this plant. I love how some sections of it look white, some sections of it look kind of like green or gray. Honestly, the variegation on this plant reminds me a lot of the Monstera albo variegation. And I think this is just such a fun way to have that look in your house without having to spend like $500 for a one leaf cutting. This plant is not super hard to find. Whenever I've seen it, I've seen that it's not super expensive. I've never seen it for above like $30 for like a pretty decently sized plant, and so I'm just in love with this plant. It is so beautiful. Up next on my list is two plants in one, kind of. So it's the dishidia rusifolia and the dishidia rusifolia variegata. So basically the difference between the two is one is variegated, one is not. But I love this plant. It's another dishidia. Again, I don't have any in my collection, but I would love to add this plant to my collection. And this is so beautiful. It's also commonly known as the million hearts dishidia, because each of the little leaves looks like a little heart, and they're all tiny, and just like, it's like a little trail of just, I mean, I'm sure you're looking at it, but it's like a little trail of just like beautiful little hearts. It's such a cute little plant. Like, it looks so dainty and just adorable. I would love to add this to my collection. I've seen these in hanging baskets, and they look so cool. So cool. And I love the green one, and I also love the variegated one. I think that they both are beautiful in their own ways. And I've seen that they flower these cute little purple flowers. They don't flower super often or super easily, but it'd be really cool to have it flowering or not flowering. This is a beautiful plant. Okay, and lastly, I have, again, two plants in one. These two plants are not super similar, but at the same time, super similar. If that makes any sense, it'll make sense. So these are two different types of cacti. I've seen them around. I've really kicked myself for not grabbing them when I did see them, because now I'm having a hard time finding them for like a reasonable price, or I guess a price that I'd be willing to pay. But the first one is the booby cactus. This thing is so cool. Look at it. It's so cool. Its scientific name, oh dear God, I cannot pronounce this, but it's like Myrtilla cactus something. But this thing is so cool. It just has little boobies on it. I don't know. It's such a funny looking cactus, and I love it. I want one so bad. And coupled with that cactus, I'm sure if you know about the booby cactus, you know what's coming next. But coupled with this cactus on my wish list, I also have the Trichoceros bridgensii, also known as the bean cactus. And it's so phallic. I don't know. It's just a funny little plant, and I want one so badly. And I want a little booby cactus, and I want to put them next to each other and just giggle like a 12-year-old every time I see them. I love these cacti. They're so cool. And I swear, next time I see them, I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna do it. If I ever see them in person, I've seen them like on Etsy, and I've seen people sell them like online. But if I ever seen one in person, it's coming home with me. They're coming home with me. I need them. I need them right now. Well, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned a little bit about some common plants that I have on my wish list. If you liked this video, keep an eye out for my next video, which will be a part 2 to this video. How many times can I say video? Where I talk about all of the uncommon houseplants that are on my wish list. Let me know down below what your favorite plant from my wish list is, or what your wish list plants are right now. I love, love, love to get inspiration from other plant lovers. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on this video. It helps me know what kind of content to make for you, because I do want to make content that you are enjoying. And I will see you in part 2 of this video. Bye!